This is the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Live from Robert Small Memorial Stadium, it's week 5 of the SFL, and the Charleston Predators host the Pittsburgh Riverhawks here in Charleston, while the Pittsburgh Riverhawks, well, they struggled to begin the season with 2 games on the road, a little bit of home cooking 2 weeks ago against Carolina, got them back on track with their first win of the season. How can they turn it into a road win? And meanwhile, for Charleston, will they be able to turn things around after suffering their first loss of the season on the road in week 3 versus Florida? It's a tale of 2 seasons, and we're set to go for action here as we welcome in my broadcast partner, Rochelle Colston. Ray, let's talk about Charleston and Pittsburgh here real quick. Second time these 2 teams have met. Charleston took care of business in the opening meeting.
Yes, how they sure did. To see basically a game plot in the trenches. Both teams like to run the ball a lot. I think whoever does a better job of establishing the run game is going to win this game tonight.
And so Charleston will kick the ball off to Pittsburgh to begin the game. It's all black with red accents for Charleston and all white for the Riverhawks, as here we go in week 5 from Robert Smalls. And the opening kick will be returned here for Pittsburgh, trying to cut it near side out of a tackle, and finally brought down is Mike Churchill. The tailback, he ushers on his offense, led by quarterback Ace Fennick.
We have a running back returning the ball. That's different.
Ace Fennick through the first 3 games of the regular season, 52% completion percentage. That is top half of the league. 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Not too bad. It's usually the ground game which helps them trek down the field a little bit further, but not a whole lot of touchdowns combined for this Riverhawk offense. They're looking to change things around here, as they've only been able to muster up midway in terms of the SFL rankings and points. That pass into a whole sea of Predators falls incomplete on first down. Let's introduce you to the rest of the Riverhawk offense. Mike Churchill, BB Blitz, and Keith Wheeler are the tailbacks, with Deuce Fennick, Ziggy Hronik, and Doug Britton at wideout. Ben Harrison, Levy Lease at the tight ends, with Rachel Menner, Bruce White, Landon Stone, and Taylor Menner on the line. 2 wide receivers set. Churchill gets the call here. He tries to go to the outside, is taken down by Anthony Ellison, the defensive tackle, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 8 here. Expecting to see a pass from Fennick at this point.
Pittsburgh converting into the top 10 in terms of 3rd down attempts, and they try and pass again, a floater over the middle, trying to go from Fennick to Hronik on that pass, but the Charleston defense forces an early 3 and out.
Great play by Sam Blattner, get his hands on the ball, nice deflection. And 3 and out on the first drive of the game.
And so Ida Lee will be back to punt this one away for the Riverhawks. Tries to aim it out to the right side. There is the return and wait, go trying to kick it off the right-hand side. Nothing doing it twice on the return up to the 33-yard line. And that is where Charleston will take over, and their signal caller, Ivan Kopech, well, he's had a little bit of an issue with the turnover bug. 3 touchdowns to 6 interceptions here on the young season, as they're a 4th of the way through their schedule.
And these Charleston Predators have been given like nail-biter games every single week now. They've had like 3 overtime games in a row.
And unfortunately just lost their first one against Florida on the road. We'll see coming back home whether that changes anything. And here comes Kopech. He's just going to tuck it in, run to the near sideline. He'll be up close to the 40-yard line, a gain of 7 on the QB keeper.
And that time, Kopech felt the coverage merging in on him, and he started, just did the smart thing and ran the ball. Should have slid at the end, but he didn't do that.
Riverhawks stack 8 into the box. They're on 2nd down. They try and go across the back of the line, and Pittsburgh is all over that one for a loss of 2.
And that time, they planned for Yayo Montano. Apparently, they game plan for him, and they're stacking the box looking for the runs.
3rd down and 4 yards to go here for Charleston. 3 wide receivers, they'll just try and run up the middle. A good blocking, and it is a 1st down near the 44-yard line for Wire there, and it's 1st down. Brad Taylor White, they'll try and do it again here with a different tailback. They're trying to bounce it out of the left-hand side. Nothing doing. And Lorenzo Neal, the backup fullback, will be knocked down for no gain as we introduce you to the Predator offense. Gaio Montana, Nick Hoagland, Patrick Rudlang are the tailbacks with Brad Taylor White at fullback. Doug Spelling, Nick Twice, Michael Knight are the wideouts with Leon Sandcastle and Xavier Solomon at tight end. Leroy James, Finley James, Bahalanir Hooper and Perrin Ibera are the linemen, and that's an early pick here for Pittsburgh. Right place at the right time for Kane Vasquez, and they'll tack on a few more with the incidental face mask.
Wow. Kane Vasquez just stood his ground, stayed in the middle of the field, and just a bad throw by him and Kopak. There was too many white jerseys over there.
Just crept up into the zone ever so slightly. I don't think Kopak saw him coming. Now his 7th interception on the season, and Pittsburgh with the ball back here in plus territory. Flip back look, and he'll try a run. Looking for extra help from his guard, trying to push forward, but Charleston's all over that. Let's meet the Predator defense. Barron Went, Dan Dash, John Lawley, Anthony Ellison, and Pat Redding are the D linemen with Tigga Clay, Khalil Thomas, and Ben Bowman at linebacker. Jacob Clear, Brandon Ewing, and Leo Morris in the corners with John Stamango, Grant Hardaway, Matt Ryan, and Sam Blotner at safety. Screen near side, that's caught. Beautiful blocking downfield. First Pittsburgh, 1st down goes to Mike Churchill.
Yeah, Mike Churchill is one of these backs where he's also, he's a good receiver. He's a good fullback coming, right up the middle. So they'll use these backs a lot.
Try and use them in all facets of the game, not just running the football. They're more of the spread offense variety in that regard. Get them out in space, let them do damage on the outside. High formation, they'll try a little stretch play right side, and again we see another Pittsburgh running back get tied up behind the line. Minimal gain there on 1st down.
And credit to the defensive line there. They got a big push and just got the running back stuck behind his own blockers.
2nd and 10 here from just outside the 30-yard line. They'll try a run again up the middle. Good blocking again. Good agile movement from Churchill. That'll bring him closer to the 1st down marker.
Yeah, good run. Mike Churchill just got really skinny that time and just broke through the little, the little space he had in the line.
See it up the line. 9 defenders for Charleston, stacking the line, expecting a run, maybe favoring the weak side of that offensive line, and Pittsburgh on the strong side, but that's off to Matt Ryan, hustling on over there, taking down the tailback blitz before it could get going.
Yeah, good job by the free safety, covering his, coming up in coverage and showing what he can do in the run game.
Otis Boudreau, 8 for 8. This one from just over 40 yards, and it sneaks in the right upright and good. And Pittsburgh have the 1st points of tonight's game.
Good job by Pittsburgh. I mean, that was a 6-play drive.
It's not a touchdown, Rochelle, but they do get points out of it. They turn the turnover into points, which is something they really haven't been able to do here very much this season. And the defense helps setting up their offense, which has struggled in the points-getting category here this season. To have well, I wouldn't say call it a chip shot, not even a tap-in, but an opportunity to come away with points, and that they did so. And now it's on to their defense to try and stop Charleston's offense here once again. Maybe Kane Vasquez to come away with another interception, which is what he did on the last drive. So here trots Simon Kopak. Gaining the defense here on a brand new set of downs. What do you do here? Do you try and go to the air? They try and do. Three-man rush, floater near side. That will get the confidence back on his side as Xavier Solomon, the tight end, hauls that one in.
And that time Solomon ran a route, found himself pretty much open in front of the secondary, and gets a great pass by Kopech.
We see it again. There was Vasquez right in line with Solomon's route, but he creeps forward like he did in the last play, allowing Solomon to get behind him. And Kopech gonna throw again, little in route, a deeper in route works, and Charleston marching down the field. Nick twice on that grab.
Now, I mean, Kopech is barely taking any time. He snapped the ball, and so he almost threw it immediately. Touchdown receivers are where they're supposed to be.
Doug Daycott out of sorts there, thinking it was an out route instead of an in, and that zone coverage opening up nicely for Kopech. And very quickly now, here for the Predators, they find themselves on the third play of the drive and already on the Pittsburgh 45. It's a blitz coming, pass middle, caught again, spinning around and going down the numbers left side, all the way home, a 45-yard touchdown for Doug Spelling.
Yeah, Doug Spelling made a move up that defender standing in his own shoes. Wow, that was impressive.
He took that one away from Corey Menner, and then he was off to the races and nobody could catch him.
Yeah, Corey Menner went for the pick and just didn't get it.
And how about that resilience from Iman Kopech after throwing interception on his first passing attempt of the game, goes 3 for 3 on the ensuing drive, ending with that touchdown to Spelling, and Charleston jump out back in front of this game for the first time tonight.
Yeah, it was a 14-yard pass, a 12-yard pass, a 45-yard pass, 3 plays, touchdown.
The camera duty gets us back in underway here at Robert Smalls, and here comes the return. Trying to bust it out near side is Doug Britton. Maybe the more usual return man there, Rochelle. We saw Mike Churchill, the tailback, former wide receiver, get a couple returns here. Now it's on to Britton to make something happen. And here comes Pittsburgh. They're not going to have the same fortune, Rochelle, of starting on the opposite side of the field this time.
No, I mean, it was a decent return, though. You start at 35 is not bad field position at all.
He was holding up the ball on the kickoff, allowing for Pittsburgh to have a bit better of a return. Let's see if they can do something with it. Split backs behind Ace Fennick. Here on first down now, ushering out Ben Harrison out of the backfield to a traditional tight end set. Roll out right side for Fennick. He throws down the hash marks, and that one is incomplete. Heavy hit, drawing the ball free.
Yeah, I mean, showing no fear here. Threw that ball in the middle of triple coverage, and he had his hands on it. He probably should have came down with that one.
I don't know, Rochelle. Those safeties, and when they see a ball coming into their area of the field, they're either putting a hand on the football or putting boot to leather at that point. Or in this case, shoulder pad to shoulder pad and drawing that ball free. Four-man rush on a little disguise blitz, and Fennick's going to take off and run, sliding underneath 3 would-be tacklers for a gain of 5.
Nice play. I mean, the pressure was coming. He felt it behind him. He did a smart thing and didn't take the sack.
He disguised that blitz well. He took a few of the defensive linemen, put them out in coverage, and put the linebackers blitz. And that can sometimes throw off the offensive line. Good job by the Pittsburgh O-line picking that up. Another rollout here for Fennick on the drive. Look at the right side. That is caught underneath the zone. And it's a first down for Doug Britton.
Yeah, Doug Britton just found himself wide open. You have to keep an eye on him, all the time during the game.
Second first down of the game here for Pittsburgh on this little corner route. Had Heronic running the out route, which took that little cloud zone and made it drop to cover. Heronic allowing for Doug Britton to get open. First and 10 with 3:16 to go as the ball snaps. Another handoff, Churchill. Little slippery back. I'm really liking what Pittsburgh's been able to do here with Mike Churchill. He's a bit of a different back. He loves contact and he's able to get away. Seen him break a couple tackles already tonight.
Yeah, pretty decent runs. I mean, pretty hard runs. Like I said, he kind of breaks tackles in a unique kind of way.
4-3 look here from Charleston's defense here on 2nd and 5. Two tight ends, I formation, run right. Blitz is going to try and lower the shoulder and get a couple extra yards, and he'll pick up 4.
3rd and 1, this is very manageable. I'm expecting to see a run here.
They do come out here in an eye.
Yeah, Churchill in the backfield.
Keith Wheeler, the blocking fullback, and
Oh,
Churchill again caught up behind his lineman, and Tiga Clay, able to wrap him up, bring him down, and this will result in a punt from the 30. No, they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Early gutsy call here from the River Hogs.
I love it. I love what the inches need to go for it.
They're 0 for 1 here early in the season. They will convert this one. Blitz gets the call on the stretch, and it's a 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Great call by the coaches. They're going for it, taking the risk, and it pays off.
Split backfield, 2 wide receivers on the right-hand side. Linebackers now showing blitz on all angles. Try and run middle. Churchill gets stood up after a short gain.
All those people in the box, he's lucky to get the 3 yards that he got.
Usually the old saying is 2 yards in a cloud of dust, and it looked like Churchill would have been free had it not been from the safety coming down and coming up with a tackle. 2nd and 7, another run, and blitz coming, and blitz is picked up and dropped at the line of scrimmage. This will say maybe a yard. Stamango in on the tackle.
You're a strong safety. I mean, plug that hole immediately, and great job. Great defensive stop.
Play action here from Fennick, rolling to the near side, gets rid of it, it is almost caught. Sam Blotner with the hit that knocks the ball out. And it's 4th down. That 4th down conversion, though, Ray, setting him up in field goal position.
Huge hit from Blotner. I mean, as soon as the ball hit the receiver's hands, I mean, he just tagged him. Oof.
And I gotta give credit, and while it will not count as a pass deflection, what it will do is keep a very tenacious Doug Britton from calling in that catch, which we've seen him do a number of times throughout his career. Here comes another field goal attempt, 2nd one of the night here from Boudreau. Kick is up. Does it have the leg? And Boudreau has missed his 1st kick of the season. He's now 9 of 10.
That's probably his 1st missed kick in a couple of seasons, Tyler. He's usually pretty good.
Boudreau is 242 for 253. That equates to about a 96%. That was coming into the week. He is top 5 all time in terms of makes and misses. And unfortunately from Otis, that's what he'd like to have back. Still a 4-point game here between Charleston and Pittsburgh as Kopech looks middle and he can't complete that one. Was working on a 3-for-3 run.
This is a little bit overthrown there, Tyler. I mean, he has the confidence. That interception didn't even phase him.
He's just going back to slinging the rock and looking for his guys downfield. And now it brings up 2nd down and 10. 2 backs in the near formation. Something we don't often see. Run mill. Gain of 2 as Monzuma with the hit.
Monzuma was set up to actually, rush the passer and decided to stay home and just got a great tackle.
Third and 8, got to get past the 48-yard line. Kopech rolling and dealing into quadruple coverage. Incomplete. He was looking for Michael Knight, and now this Pittsburgh defense comes up with a stop. And it's
looking for
fourth
Michael
down.
Knight and found Grant Hardaway. It's great pass deflection there by the free safety.
With this punt here from Duty, this will be the final play of the quarter. It's a high spiraling punt that will be elected to be returned here by Brett Duty. He is dropped at the 24-yard line. It is 7-3. The Charleston Predators back at home looking for win number 3. You're watching the SFL on the Virtual Football Network. Welcome back to Robert Smalls Memorial Stadium here in Charleston, South Carolina. Tyler Falk and Rochelle Colston here on the call. Happy to have you with us here as we begin the quarter. We'll start with a run out of one tackle, Churchill, but he's unable to break out of the second one by Anthony Ellison.
Charleston's doing a good job of shoring up the holes on the line. I mean, there's lots of bodies there. Wow, look at this.
There's that 6 defenders on the line, expecting a run in that direction. Brilliant play call from the Predator defense, but unfortunately, Jacob Clare is down. Their tenacious cornerback struggling to get back to his feet.
That's a heartbreaking loss there for Charleston.
Well, instead now of calling plays on the field, the owner and head coach, now he'll just maybe prop his leg up there on the sideline as he continues to call plays. Four wide. Now here comes Pittsburgh, maybe looking to target the corners here as Fennec, and down he goes. Anthony Ellison, the defensive coordinator as well, making up for his head coach's injury and coming up with a sack himself.
Oh, that was huge for the Charleston defense. I mean, he just broke through almost immediately. Fennec didn't have a chance.
And that's only a 3-man rush. They've sent 8 defenders out in coverage, and that's just hard work and determination from the interior defensive lineman to get around the O-line and get to the quarterback. Brilliant play and really no return here from Nick Twice. He's stopped up at the 42-yard line. And that is where the Predators will take over. It's been a very interesting start to the ball game. We've had interception from Iman Kopech. He immediately came back down the field. The second drive went 3 for 3 and hooked up with Doug Spelling for a touchdown. And in between there, Pittsburgh was able to kick their only points, a field goal. And then Otis Boudreau here just a few moments ago missed one. And so the score line is, as you see, it's 7-3 as we continue to move forward here. That run by Brad Taylor Wright goes for 4.
I mean, both teams are still trying to establish a run game, which hasn't been working very well for either team.
There's Anthony Ellison. Some folks were wondering if it was his first. That's actually his second sack of his career. As we get going here, running right side, nothing doing. And that's one of the new additions there for Pittsburgh. Doug Day coming over from Chicago, coming up with the takedown, and it's 3rd down. Bunch to Kopech's right. He'll roll in the other direction. Flag coming, pass middle, caught. It's a first down for now. That's Cliff Russell on the reception, and they're gonna call a block in the back. They'll redo 3rd down from a further distance.
Wow. I've not seen that very often this season.
They're calling on the halfback, Yayo Montana. They're just gonna get him. He's just an ill-advised block. You got 55 out there, Craven out there, Brian Craven, trying to help set the edge for the rollout, and he just gets pushed from behind. So here we go, 3rd and 22 now after the penalty. And they're just gonna try and run. Good blocking there on the outside. Montana with the stiff arm. but he's ushered out of bounds. Really nothing they could do about that. I think that's the, I mean, you try and throw at that point, but if you mess it up, Rochelle, you're almost looking at an arm punt at that regard.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little shocked when they called the run play on 3rd and 22, but I guess they wanted a chance to get an interception.
Duty on to punt this one away.
Nice punt.
This one caught at the 24-yard line.
Oh, no.
Britton out of 1. And a shoulder! Another shoulder from Doug Britton. Look out the wrecking crews here.
I think Doug Britton wants to be a running back. You saw that stiff arm?
Oh my gosh, take a look at it again. We'll look at it from his point of view. Out of 1 wimpy tackle, and then, oh my gosh, that's at least a 100-pound disadvantage for Doug Britton on that shoulder. Wow. And so here comes Pittsburgh to start another drive. They had to punt last time out. Now they'll try and run here on 1st down. Nothing doing. Charleston plugging up that hole rather quickly.
Yeah, both teams, like I said, they're struggling with the run game. Like, they keep trying.
Team's total rushing yards today combined only about 50 yards. Pittsburgh better than 2 teams with 31. That pass into tight coverage is caught by Britton. He's just a yard shy.
That's trusting your wide receiver, because that ball was thrown in very serious traffic right there. That was a very dangerous throw.
3rd and 1 now. I formation here behind Fennick. And they're shifting the obstruction that they eventually run through, and Churchill picks up the 1st down, running behind Wheeler. And that'll flip the down marker back to 1.
That's exactly what you need for the 1st down.
Still seems like both these 2 teams still trying to figure each other out. Offense is slow to get going here in this one. And when you think they're on track, things have fallen apart. Fennick outside, that is caught, Britton, and he's out of a tackle, and he's down the sideline, 2 men to beat, and he's shoved out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Doug Britton putting on a show against his former club.
And John Semenyo just doing all he can to keep him from the end zone, just pushes him out of bounds. Wow. He's just breaking tackles like a crazy person.
Nothing but daylight in front of him. They'll mark him down just outside the 1-yard line. And Pittsburgh looking for only their 4th team touchdown of the season. Try and run near side. Churchill gobbled up at the line of scrimmage.
Great goal line stance by Charleston so far.
2nd and goal now. Another I formation. Corners on the outside adjusting. Got to play good contain because Pittsburgh likes to run to the outside. And this time it's blitz with BB's 1st touchdown of the season.
And number 41, Keith Wheeler, just gave the block that just gave him the space to get into the end zone there. Look at that block.
Absolutely brilliant. 16th career rushing touchdown for BB. And the Hogs are out in front again. Boudreau looking to put this one through the uprights. And he does. It is now 10-7. Pittsburgh on top of Charleston after a very quick 6-play drive, culminating in the BB Blitz touchdown.
And all of our
it's been a minute.
Have been really quick.
6 plays, 3 plays, 6 plays are the 3 scoring drives. The only drive that could have bucked the trend was that missed field goal on Pittsburgh's 11-play drive. And now the Riverhogs are set to go on defense. The last time Pittsburgh scored, it only took Charleston 3 plays to get into the end zone for their only score. We'll see if they can match that here. Offset eye here behind Kopech to begin the drive. Linebacker creeping up and coming after the tailback, and almost 32 on 33 crime there. Indeed it was. Monte Dubois-Smith on the tackle.
This run game is tough sledding for both teams.
Pittsburgh expecting a run here on 2nd down again. They do come with a run. Hoagland popped up and dropped. Third down here for the Predators after 2 runs that have only gone 2 yards. Need to get to the 40-yard line here to convert for this 1st down. Kopech to the right side, gets rid of it just in time. That's caught. Nick twice hauls it in past the 45.
Great play by the wide receiver, getting just past the marker and making a great catch.
Just cuts in under the defender just in time, out-muscling Todd Rigsby there in coverage, and picking up Charleston's only their 2nd 3rd down conversion of the game. They're 2 of 6 with that.
Made 17-yard game on that pass, though.
Heavy blitz coming, trying to get rid of it, and does. Now trying to turn the corner is the tight end, Solomon, but he is taken down from behind by Menefield.
That was very lucky that wasn't a sack right there, because the pressure was all over him.
Two backs in the backfield again, and Pittsburgh smelling a run here instead. Kopech will look to throw over the middle. Caught. Doug Spelling inside the Pittsburgh 40.
Yep, I think Pittsburgh was looking to run all the way, and Doug Spelling just ran a great route, found himself wide open in the middle of the field.
That's the unfortunate with the cover 3. You back off those 2 inside linebackers. They really got to communicate to who's going to cover the middle of the field, because you don't, in like cover 2, you don't have a dedicated linebacker or safety to cover that, and Charleston took advantage. This run here from Brad Taylor, right, picking up 4 yards.
Like seeing the fullback get involved, it's a big body going straight up the middle, pushing bodies out of his way.
Pittsburgh now only have 7 in the box. Last couple of 2nd downs, they've had a couple more. Shoulder charge from Montana gets him a couple extra inches. The 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Preds.
Yeah, and Montana's been really quiet tonight.
Not a whole lot of production as we hit the 2-minute warning. Pittsburgh have a narrow lead, but Charleston has the football. Will he be able to come away with points, maybe tie, or take the lead when we come back? You're watching the SFL on VFN. Two to go here in this 1st half. Here from Robert Small Memorial, I'm Tyler Falk. She's Rochelle Colston. Special thanks to Jadooby-Doo and Ramos Lynn of the stat truck, and they try and run on 3rd down, but Pittsburgh was all over that from the get-go. Dimitri Monzuma in there among others, and now Charleston has a decision to make, and it looks like they'll try and kick it. From 45 yards out, this is almost the same exact spot we saw Boudreau make it from earlier in the game. We'll try and take as much clock off as possible before snapping it. 3 on the play clock, and they do try and kick it, and it will get inside the uprights. And good, and we're all tied up at 10.
Let's keep this really close, Tyler. Keep this on our edge of our seats.
Charleston, well, they're no stranger to close games, are they, Rochelle? Three
No.
straight overtime games, 3 straight walk-off field goals, 2 going for them, only 1 not going for them, and it looks like we're well on pace for another nail-biter. And for these Charleston fans, I mean, everyone at the SFL convention in Baltimore earlier this year was joking about how high Eddie Gage's heartbeat is, but I gotta wonder, does this Charleston fan base have enough heart medication for all these longer, tighter games?
I think
As here comes Fennick with plenty of time. Now here's the footsteps and takes off down the sideline. And it's a good game from Ace Fennick. 17 yards on the scramble. And the clock will roll under a minute.
I think Charleston may become aggressive here with this last, quick decision by Fennick.
57 seconds and ticking. Pittsburgh will have to kick the ball away to Charleston to begin the half. 47 seconds and counting here in the half. Been about 20 plus seconds since the last play. Fennick, middle, that's caught. Deuce Fennick, the ace to deuce connection is alive and well, and there's the timeout well inside Charleston territory.
I like the aggressive play by Charleston here. They don't want to go in the locker room tied up.
5 and 9 for Ace Fennick, 101 yards. That last pass going for 19. They'll try play action. Ace, left side, and a beautiful deflection by Leo Morris. A desperation deflection from the corner.
And because that time the receiver did get behind them, if it wasn't for the deflection, they'd have been off to the races.
Ace just needed a bit more touch on that pass, and it would have been 6. Look at this, 4 linebackers playing really close to the line. 6-man rush, quick hitter, left side. There's Doug Britton making the one-handed catch. We saw him try to make that catch earlier, and he was hit hard by Blotner, who jarred the ball free on that play. Not so this time.
Great job by Britton. I mean, a one-handed beautiful catch. They hit at the end and still hung onto the ball.
Only 1 timeout remaining now for the Hogs. They're on the Charleston 31-yard line. Linebackers showing blitz on the near side of your picture. Ace sends Ziggy Hronek to the far side. Blitz coming from that direction. Pass on the streak is caught by Hronek inside the 20, and we go into the hurry up. 15 seconds to go.
I like this formation. They're flooding in the one side with all the receivers.
Pass near side, that is caught. Hronek out of the tackle, and a brilliant 2-minute drive from the River Hogs gets some 6 points.
Wow, Tyler, what an impressive drive. I mean, putting the ball in your quarterback's hands, and what a great job by Fennick.
And just like,
overpowering him.
And just like that, the River Hogs take their largest lead of the game with that 17-yard pitch and catch and run for number 17. Hronek gets on the score sheet. It is now 17-10 as Hronek comes up with his first touchdown reception of the season, his 30th of his career, with 7 seconds remaining in the half. And they will force a return out of Charleston, and that will drain the clock to about 3 seconds. Michael Knight unable to make a play, and now we'll see if Charleston try one last heave-ho or go into the locker room down by 7. They do get the ball to start the second half, so they're going to try and throw for it here. Trips to Kopech's right. from the gun. Sky ball, and it's just out of the outstretched arms of everybody. And that will bring this half to a close. The Pittsburgh Riverhogs march down the field with 1:30 to go in the half. Get a touchdown from Ziggy Hronek, and they lead 17-10 as we head into halftime, Rochelle.
Both teams did a great job of scouting this week. They were both prepared, to defend the run game, and they're doing a great job. You're forcing these teams to start throwing the ball, and Ace Fitting, stepped into the task last time and made this last little 1 minute drive and got into the end zone.
Defense has been playing very strong. We've been talking about how these run games have really been stymied and stifled, but another thing we mentioned at the beginning of the program here, Rochelle, is that home cooking seems to favor both these two teams. Neither team has won any of their road games yet, and right now Charleston, the home team, is down by 7 as we come out of the tunnel, ready for half number 2. We'll see what adjustments were made as they come out for halftime. I'm Tyler Folk, she's Rochelle Colston. We welcome you back to Robert Small Memorial Stadium. Ramos Lynn and Jadooby-Doo are in the stats truck with Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at headquarters producing this one, and we're glad you're with us here late this Friday Night Lights SFL edition here on the Virtual Football Network as we're set for kickoff for the second half, and we are back underway.
Let's see if Charleston can answer here.
And they'll start by taking a knee in their own end zone, and that is where we'll see Charleston come out on their own 20-yard line to begin the first possession of the second half. And right now, Kopech had that brilliant second drive where he went 3 for 3 and got them that touchdown. But he really has kind of cooled off ever since. He's 6 of 10 with that early interception and with that touchdown. Try and pass Kopech. Sidearm sling, maybe just a bit too hot coming out of his hand.
That ball just had a little bit too much sauce on it, Tyler.
And we're really seeing them try and throw this pass because combined, this rushing game really hasn't gotten going. Just 31 yards on the ground here for the Predators compared to 105 passing yards here from Kopech. Try and get the run game going, and oh my goodness, return to sender. Dimitri Monzuma blasting Yale, Montana.
Yep, we're used to seeing, Montana as Charleston's, workhorse, and he's just being contained by this defense.
Montana averaging 4.0 yards a carry tonight, only 1.3. Third down pass is caught in loads of space for Michael Knight. That's an easy first down.
Yep, and if you're Kopech tonight, you've got to realize that the run game's not working. The ball's need to put in your hands, and you have to produce tonight. And what a great route by number 81.
You better hope that Pittsburgh doesn't start to realize that and starts to give them this one-dimensional look, because if Charleston can't get the run game going and forces Kopech to pass, well, we saw what happened on the first drive. Might make another mistake. Here's hoping he doesn't. He's been throwing the ball late after that. Run left side, Brad Taylor right. Goes down 44 and 44. Crime as Doug Day's there to take him down.
I like that play. I like that they're still using the run game. You got to keep the defense, on their toes a little bit, but nice pick up on first down.
Try and run near side, and no dice for Montana there. Maybe a yard. Doug Day on the tackle again.
He's averaging like you said, like 1.3 yards per. He's staying with that average.
It's just not been a good night for Montana. They'll look to Kopech here on 3rd and medium. 3-3 nickel defense here for the Hogs. 3-man rush. Kopech scanning, trying to find a hole in the zone. Off the foot of Nick Twice. Didn't even see it was coming. Might have been intended for spelling all along. Instead, this Riverhog defense sniffing out that Kopech's going to try and pass. Great coverage, and they force a punt.
Pittsburgh came on the road, and right now they kind of silence the fans here.
So here comes the punt here from Duty, and this one will be called for a fair catch by Britton at the own 20-yard line. This Pittsburgh franchise here, Rochelle, for their first 2 seasons, there's an upward trajectory here. Inaugural season went 2-10. Their last season, 24, they went 4-8. So you got to wonder whether or not that trend continues. They go 6-6. Only got 1 win on the calendar here at the moment. This road victory potentially here for the Riverhogs against Charleston could really help boost their confidence.
I would definitely agree with that.
Try and run, except that's not going to boost any confidence, especially in the run game, which has been sluggish tonight. Khalil Thomas gets into the backfield for a 2-yard loss.
Because at halftime, these teams prepare for the run game on defense, and they're doing an excellent job of stopping it and shutting it down.
Fennec might have to look to the air. They do trot out 3 wide receivers here on 2nd and long. Screen pass right side. Blitz.
Great block.
Right side and rolling forward. That's a good gain of 7. Blitz does have the lone touchdown for Charleston. It was a rushing touchdown down near the goal line. And so now here on 3rd and 5, we'll see what Fennec and the Hogs deliver up. Wide receiver look, fullback fake. Fennec scanning, runs right into a sack. John Lally coming up with the takedown, and it's 4th down on 3 plays.
And I guess that was more of a coverage sack. I mean, he had the ball forever, staying put, and Lally just got past number 77 there and got a great sack.
2nd sack of the season for John. And we're back to punting. Ida Lee back at her own 4-yard line, and this one is a doozy. Another good punt from Ida Lee. That's to the right side out of a couple of would-be tackles, and Nick Twice gets up to around the 40-45-yard line. As it's been a while, and we hope you haven't forgotten. It's super simple to smash that like button and help the channel out. We just crossed the 8,500 subscriber mark, so subscribe if you haven't already so you will never miss a live stream highlight or podcast. Thanks for your support of the Virtual Football Network and the SFL. We've seen a lot of this near look out of the Predator offense tonight, and it's the fullback Taylor Wright getting the call here on 1st down. A good gain of 8 yards, 2nd longest run of the night.
I was going to say, it's one of the better looking runs we've seen tonight.
The only other better run was the Ace Fennec QB keeper that went for 17. Run left side, and getting drugged out from behind is Montana. He had a hole, but too many bodies in the area. He goes nowhere.
Like I said, I've been very impressed with this Pittsburgh run defense.
Split backs here on 3rd and 3. Pittsburgh looking for another stop. Heavy rush coming. Pass is middle and caught. At the Hawk 40-yard line, Xavier Solomon, the safety valve tight end, comes through again.
Right, you need a big play, you put your tight end in the middle of the field, a big body, can't miss him. He found himself running a route where he actually got away from his defender, and great pass by Kopech.
And that's something the rookie Dubois Smith is going to have to learn rather quick, is that these tight ends are a bit quicker than you might think. And that picks up a 1st down. Oh my goodness, Monzuma. How many times have we seen that tonight where he's just unblocked, unguarded, and he gets through to the tailback? He's been unstoppable in run defense tonight.
Pick up a TFL there for sure.
Four-man rush, one coming from the outside. Kopeck couldn't see him. He saw him run around him and then gets clobbered down from behind. Brian Craven.
That's rough when you don't see the defender and it's coming from your back and you don't know he's even there. Lucky he held onto that ball because he was hit pretty hard.
Craven, who's played defensive line, he's played linebacker, he has played all over in his storied career. And now it's 3rd and long here. This Pittsburgh defense looking for a pass. Kopeck across his body, almost caught by Knight. Instead, it's 4th down.
Jermaine Manfield said, no, sir, not today.
Indeed he did with that hit, and now the Predators will have to punt this one away. It'll be our 3rd straight punt to begin the half. And Duty's going to try and angle this one near side. Fair catch called for at the 18-yard line by Britton. And it's time for the Riverhogs to start another drive. They do have this 7-point lead after a very good 2-minute drill drive, which ended the first half. Fennec connected with Ziggy Hronik for a 17-yard strike. And that's where we have been. Like I said, 3 straight punts to begin this half, as both teams have simmered down a bit, maybe try to play a bit more composed football. Blitz coming from the outside. Charleston looking for some revenge, but Fennec finds Britton over the middle.
That's the connection we've seen a lot tonight. It's working really well. I mean, Britton's just muscling the ball away from the defenders. I mean, wow, put himself in the middle of 3.
Pittsburgh has really enjoyed having Britton on this club, and it shows tonight. 5th reception, closing in 100 yards, and he's playing against his former team here in Charleston. Heavy rush coming, oh my goodness, Blitz tried to hurdle, got caught up in the air, and 2 27s collide, and both players get back to their feet.
I mean, Matt Ryan from his free safety spot was a huge hit. My goodness.
Second down upcoming now for the Riverhogs. 5-man rush. Fennec going to try and flip it out right side for Churchill, and Churchill rolls forward for 3 yards on the swing pass.
Now, the swing pass has been working for both teams. We need to go to it a little bit more. And your 3rd, and your playbook's wide open here.
We converted on 2 3rd downs tonight. Fennec looking to get this one for a 3rd time. Deep shot, incomplete. Little touchy-feely there on the numbers, but no flags. And it's 4th down.
Yeah, credit the O-line because Ace Fennec could have made the sandwich back there. He had all day to throw that ball. He just couldn't find anybody really open downfield.
4th straight.
Punt. Here we go.
4 straight punts here, Rochelle, as these defenses playing hard, playing tough, and this will be returned from the 2-yard line. And might have wanted to let that one go. Nick Twice taken down at the 13-yard line after a brilliant punt from Ida Lee. As we want to remind you, you're watching Simulation Football League action here on the Virtual Football Network. This week on VFN, SFL Week 5 is tonight with the last 2 games going on. We've also got more SFL action Sunday and Monday, and the UFL's final 3 weeks of the regular season continues Saturday and Tuesday. No other network gives you more football. The SFL lives on VFN. Opening carry to the left-hand side of the offense goes for a minimal gain.
I know, Charleston, you have to keep the defense honest, but this run game, at what point do you abandon it?
Right now, still under 50 yards. Both teams struggling. Both teams combined are still under 100 yards. Both teams right around 50 yards apiece. Let's see, unless it gets too crazy, still keep going to it. Flip out near side. Some room to work there near the near sideline. Hoagland there gets it closer to the 20-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
Like I said, those little passes seem to be working better than anything else. The run game is not working, so If I was Charleston, I'd throw him a little passes to the side.
Five-man rush, and Kopech out of one, but he is leveled behind the line. Bubba Bruiser. Kopech gonna have a big old bruise on his chest with that. Oh my goodness, he got steamrolled.
Surprised he got up from that. That was a big man coming down at you.
And now Cameron Duty's gonna start in his own end zone to punt this one away. Fifth punt of the third quarter. And Pittsburgh's gonna be gifted sublime field position at the Charleston 42-yard line, an opportunity for them to come away with some points finally.
Yeah, I think at halftime, Pittsburgh made the better adjustments. They're starting to pass the ball a little bit more, and they've been, giving them better drives.
The 42-yard line, a little over 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Run right side, Churchill. Sudy check taking under about a minute here in just a few seconds. Minute 1 left to go and counting. There's the first run, goes for maybe about 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Pitch right side, Blitz with a stiff arm, tries to turn the corner and does. It picks up the first down to just outside the 30-yard line.
He tiptoed down that sideline. I'm not sure if he actually stayed in bounds. I couldn't really tell.
We'll take another look at it. We get a good angle here, and Charleston may want to throw the red hanky.
Yeah.
Indeed they do. Jacob Clear, who got injured earlier in the game. Well, he looks pretty upright and mobile to me. He throws the challenge flag, and we'll take a second look at it under the hood, and I think Charleston have a pretty good shot at this one.
Yeah, I think he stepped out. I think I saw it live. I really couldn't tell from the angle that we had. Oh, I don't know.
That's a different angle there, and
Yeah,
maybe
there
right
he
there.
is.
Maybe just a yard shy, Rochelle.
Yep.
Here's the call. And Charleston will not be charged a timeout. They do get the call right. It will be 3rd and 1 upcoming here for the River Hogs, or be officially marked 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2? I didn't think he was that short.
Robert Small's getting loud here, trying to will their team to a 3rd down stop. Try and run with Churchill. They get out of a tackle, and Mike inside the 30, and the Pittsburgh drive continues.
And that was all Churchill. He just muscled his way down to the 1st down marker.
Of all tailbacks, he's right now the best tailback in terms of yards tonight with 29 yards.
Oh.
Run right side, Blitz out of a tackle himself, and he will be taken down a yard behind. And just when you think there's a chink in Charleston's run defense, then that happens.
Yeah, I mean, the defense are just swarming. Everybody's swarming to the ball. So as soon as that ball carrier gets it, you'll see, the defense just converge on that one person.
Plenty of punts, but can Charleston come back in this one? They're down by 7, and they're backing up toward their own end zone as Pittsburgh with the ball. You're watching the SFL on VFN. Final quarter regulation here from Charleston, South Carolina. 17-10 our score with Pittsburgh out in front. They got the football. I'm Tyler Falk. She's Rochelle Colston. Glad to have your company here on this Friday evening. Fennec, there's a flag down. Caught Hronek to the 8 yards momentarily. Here's the call from the referee. It's another block in the back call, and it's going to go against Pittsburgh. And they're eligible deceiver downfield. Excuse me.
Wow. Great play that just got, reversed there.
Both offenses now have suffered a back-breaking call, which negated a big play. However, for Pittsburgh, this is only 2nd and 16. Fennec across his body, and he's looking for Britton, but couldn't outsmart Sam Blotner. Incomplete.
It's our second huge play made by Sam Blockner on a pass deflection tonight.
Pittsburgh have already converted on 1 3rd down on the drive. 3 of 9 coming into this one. This is their 10th attempt. Roll out over the middle. Kaharonic! Short of the line to gain. He had enough room to run to pick up the first down.
I mean, Ziggy and Britton are having great nights. We need a big play. That's who you're going to see make them. I mean, look at that. You can't leave him that open in the middle of the field.
So it's 1st down, 2nd, 3rd down conversion of the game. They're now 4 of 11. Tied up with Charleston on that. Blitz trying to find a hole. Nothing doing, and a lose 2. Matt Ryan. Seemingly these two 27s have magnets to each other.
I mean, definitely Matt Ryan from his free safety spot's been making huge coverage plays all night.
With any amount of points, Pittsburgh could take a 2-score lead and really put the emphasis on Charleston to make a late 4th quarter comeback. Fennec flip out near side, gets Churchill, who makes a move, and he's out of the tackle, and he rolls down inside the 5-yard line. Excellent open field running from the former wideout turned halfback.
And these wideouts who become halfbacks, you know, are still great receivers in their own. He does a great job of just catching the ball and breaking tackles.
Now the Hogs are 4 yards away from pay dirt. Charleston expecting a run. 9 defenders packed in tight in the line.
Oh, wow.
They try and run with blitz, nothing doing. Minimal gain, taken down quickly by Clay.
Yeah, I'm thinking Charleston's definitely thinking run there.
I think they're thinking run all the way here for these next couple plays as well. Another I formation here for the River Hogs. Another goal line stance here from Charleston. Churchill gets a block. Yinzer's gone crazy. Yinzer's gonna score. It's a 2-touchdown lead now for Pittsburgh.
And once again, Keith Wheeler with his huge block on number 27 opens up the end zone for Mike Churchill.
He had the brilliant play just 2 plays ago in open field space to set it up with 1st and goal. Gets the call on 2nd down, and Pittsburgh now going to be ahead by 14 points with this extra point. It's up and good, 24-10. Pittsburgh in front of Charleston. Charleston staring at their first home defeat of the season.
Pittsburgh came in here and made a big statement tonight. I mean, the crowd is just out of this game right now.
Here comes the return here from Knight, and he will get a pretty decent return. Charleston, in their last 7 games, last 6 games, they've done a pretty healthy clip. 4 wins and 2 losses in their last 6 home games, with a current streak of 2 coming earlier this season. Trying to run with Brad Taylor Light. He's going to lose a yard, and right now Charleston's a long way from sending this one to overtime.
I know Charleston last week, I called their game, and their game plan was, you know, to take the ball out of Kopech's hands. They have to trust Kopech now.
He'll have to look to the air, and that is incomplete. Another pass we've seen tonight that's just sailed on him. Nicked twice the intended target.
Jermaine Manifield is right there, too.
Third and long here for Kopech. Roll out. Near side, caught, keep the chains moving. Xavier Solomon again.
Yeah, if I was Kopech, I keep looking for Solomon. He's a big target. He's a very strong player. Don't muscle the ball away. He's doing a great job of getting himself open.
17-yard pickup for Solomon, his fourth reception of the game that leads the team tonight. And it should be no surprise, he leads the team coming into the night with the most receptions. That lead just going to be extended. Another run, another struggling run from Montana. And Rochelle, you asked earlier, when's the time to probably close up shop for the run game? Probably right then and there.
Yeah, it's not working.
I formation, 3 wide receivers split out. Heavy press coming, down he goes again. Brian Craven again. Second sack tonight for him, third for the team.
Brian Craven's becoming a menace back there. He's like a magnet to Kopech right now. Oof.
Just
Never
couldn't even see him coming. It's one of those blind side blocks you hate seeing a quarterback hit because you get a little bit of whiplash, and not what the Predators needed.
So Brian Tucker has 2 tackles and 2 sacks.
It's pretty efficient. Third and long again here for Charleston. Quick hit underneath. It's Solomon. It is a catch, fifth one of the game, but he's 7 yards short.
And he just felt the pressure and was just forced to dump it off, and Solomon was standing, open in the middle of the field, but it wasn't. The pass wasn't far enough.
And so Cameron Duty will punt this one away. And they're going to try and trust their defense here with just over 5 minutes to go left in the game. They're trying to come away with a stop as Britton out of one tackle trying to cut it through Cameron Duty, and hats off to the punter slash kicker. Cameron Duty along with Jackson there coming up with a tackle on the always dangerous Britton.
And Cameron Duty's definitely earning his paycheck tonight.
He does a great job of containment there. He's not the most agile kicker, but he's able to come back and get his hands on Britton, slow him up so the rest of his boys can get there. I'd say that's a pretty good stop from kicker. Little shades of Pat McAfee there in a split second.
And we love picking on Duty, so it's okay.
There we go. On their own 29-yard line come the River Hogs offense, and here's a good run from Churchill. Right side, that gains 4. And you can see they're a bit more relaxed now than their Predator counterparts here, Rochelle, able to continue with the ground game. Well, we'll probably see Charleston stray away from it here in the later goings.
Yeah, I expect Pittsburgh to keep with the run game here. I mean, they're 2 scores ahead with less than 5 minutes left.
Stretch play left side, blitz, cuts it back inside, and he's just a yard shy of the line to gain here and on third down.
And unfortunately for Charleston, Pittsburgh's running game is starting to pick up a little bit.
Pittsburgh is 4 of 11 on third downs tonight. They're 1 of 1 in this fourth quarter, looking to make it 2 for 2. Pitch play left side, blocking is good. Churchill out of 1, and Clay, a little bit of resentment there, shouldered him to the turf, but it won't matter. The drive continues.
At this rate, Pittsburgh could run the clock completely down with a methodical drive.
Game clock now under 4 minutes. D-line shifting to the outsides. We've seen a lot of outside runs, a lot of stretches, a lot of zone concepts, a lot of power runs, a lot of stuff.
8 people in the box.
They're really looking for the B and C gaps instead of running it up the middle. They try and run left side. Blitz out of 1, but taken down here by Ryan again. Short gain, only a yard.
I think one of those swing passes would be great right now. They're putting 8 people in the box on defense.
Get them where they're weakest, right there, Rochelle?
Yes.
Pittsburgh taking their time again. Creeping ever closer to the 3-minute mark. Another run, Churchill out of a Matt Ryan tackle, looking for the corner, and Stamango denies him the first down yardage, just a yard short, and it's third down upcoming again.
It's third one. I mean, you can't be in a better position here. Your running backs are actually getting at least 1 yard to carry, so I'd say they're going to run here again, and Charleston needs to step up.
Predators need to stop in the worst way. This will be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Pittsburgh looking to take this all the way down. Charleston need this stop. Robert Small Stadium knows they need this stop. Another outside run. Blitz, hard charging through. First down, Pittsburgh.
Wow.
And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning here in this one. Pittsburgh looking for only their second franchise away victory, and they're 2 minutes away from getting it. First play out of the 2-minute warning is a run. Churchill on the outside, taken down hard by Clay. And there's a timeout. We quickly go back to SFL headquarters for a game break from Cam and Irvine.
Thank you, Tyler. I was waiting to show you another touchdown in this one, but I haven't gotten another one. This was about half an hour ago. Touchdown for Detroit. It's 7-3 Detroit late in the third. Both teams have less than 150 yards of offense. Back to you. Game's still going.
Play Cam, old school game here. Churchill gets the first down, and that's crucial for the Pittsburgh Riverhawk franchise, as that pretty much will seal the game here, Rochelle. Pittsburgh gonna get their second away victory in franchise history here tonight.
And look at this last drive, Tyler. Look at the yards by these running backs in this last drive from Pittsburgh.
4 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards. Looks like they're averaging roughly about 4.5 yards a carry on this drive, and it keeps going. Another good run from Churchill, and that is what has put this game away. Taking it straight to Charleston, a team that is normally good at stopping the run in most cases. And instead, it's gone Pittsburgh. They've been able to run it through, finally get it to click here toward the end of this game. Another run from Churchill. He'll be taken down by Ryan. Close to the marker. It'll be 3rd and inches, 1 more inch, and Pittsburgh will have the first down and the game well in hand.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh came out with a game plan second half. They actually were, they were throwing the ball more, and eventually their one game started working for them. That's been the biggest turnaround the whole entire game.
Of course, Sunday we've got a SFL 4-pack of games getting started with Denver and Carolina at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, plus Bossier City in Chicago, Sin City, Washington, and Los Angeles, Vancouver. The SFL lives on the Virtual Football Network. And final pitch from Blitz to the near side, charging forward, first down, the run game finally settling it here tonight. Here at the end, they had to wait all the way to the 4th quarter of this run game to finally start clicking on all cylinders, and it was just enough to put the Predators away. Charleston will fall for the first time at home this season, as the Pittsburgh Riverhawks take victory here tonight for their first road victory of the season, second in franchise history. And they enact a little revenge for the first time these two teams met when Pittsburgh hosted Charleston, as the Predators romped and stomped them 31-6. Tonight, different story. Riverhogs and the Inzer faithful take home the victory 24-10 here at Robert Small Memorial Stadium. And there it is, it's final. Pittsburgh victorious, they moved to 2-2.
And the funny thing is, this has been our longest drive of the night. It was right here.
Close-up shot. Let's take a look at some of the final stats here, Rochelle, before we send everybody home for the night. The passing game, well, it was effective from Fennec when he was called upon. 13 to 20. He did tuck it and run a couple times to keep drives alive. 1 touchdown, no picks. And it's really got to be said, Doug Britton had a phenomenal game against his former team.
Yeah, it was a great game by Pittsburgh. Great game plan all together, and they just put it all together at the end.
5 catches, 98 yards. Ziggy Hronik with the touchdown on the 2-minute drill drive to end the first half. And there's really nothing that Charleston could do about it. For Ramos, Lynn, and Jadooby-Doo on Stats and Cam, and Irvine back at SFL headquarters. And for my partner, Rochelle Colston, we're saying so long for now. Catch you next time. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Good night.